This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're joined by Ricky Hatton down in Camden today. First and foremost, how are you, Ricky?
I'm great, yeah, can't complain. Doing all right.
That's good to hear. Now, obviously down here, Campbell Hatton back in the ring this weekend. He had that bit of time away after the Martinez fight, came back and fought in Spain. He had a lot of critics after that Martinez fight. He went away under the radar and got a win. How much of a better place is he in now after all he went through?
A lot better. It was very hard to see as a parent. He had, not his best performance. But, he came back immediately after, where I was more nervous for his next fight than his professional debut, if I'm honest. But for him to come back after the stick and abuse he received on social media, to come back and put his best performance, as a parent, never mind, forget about the boxing. He proved to me whatever was put in front of him, he can put it to one side and go through it. But I think so that will stand him in good stead, not only in his boxing career but in life in general, because he took an unbelievable amount of stick. But then the same people were saying, patting him on the back after his win in Spain, I said, listen, that's just social media, son. I said, it'll happen. It's happened before, it'll happen again. You've just got to, put it to the back of your mind and get on with what's most important. Just doing what you're doing in the gym and in the ring and improving.
Now yourself and of course Matthew will see much more than we do in the gym when he's working away. You think now he's gone through all that, he's out the other side, he'll be strengthened mentally from that. We'll see the best of him now. We can learn to enjoy these nights rather than being put under such scrutiny.
Absolutely. His next fight after the stick he got was probably his biggest test. And not only I felt that in his previous fights, even not just the one on the AJ bill, his previous fights, I think he was a little bit too bullet a gate, 100 mile an hour in all of them. And I kept telling him this. I said, you know what I mean? And then he slowed it down a little bit, slowed it down 10 mile an hour, started looking for his shots, looking for his openings, not winging haymakers in when there's no openings there. And I said, you look at the success you got, by just slowing it down and thinking about your attacks rather than just putting your foot down. And it's them days where he was going 100 mile an hour, not thinking about what he's doing. Hopefully they're a thing of the past now. He shouldn't be making the mistakes again once he saw the success he did in his last fight with not working half as hard. Yeah.
Just to go back to Manchester Arena last week, Ricky, a busy night for you. You were in the corner, you're doing a bit of punditry and stuff as well. Just to start with Ibrahim Nadeem, how impressed were you with him? How happy are you with his development? Brilliant.
It's very hard to look good against opponents that they're not really bothered about winning. They look after themselves. They try and get an odd shot in it. Sometimes it's very difficult, but he looks solid. He got some very hurtful shots in. He hurt the lad once in the I think it was the third round. But yeah, massive improvement, and to box on a big platform like that was brilliant, great experience for him, and he'll probably perform better against better opposition, when they try and come to win rather than survive. They'll leave more openings for him, and then we'll maybe see the better of him, which I think will happen. But and as for Brad Rear, I don't think there's a better prospect in the country at the minute. I really don't. He destroyed Lee Cutler a few fights back, who was an unbeaten prospect in the first round. He had that great fight with Smith on when he had to dig deep and show that he could dig in, and he can knuckle down and bang on his gum shield. And then he beat another unbeaten prospect in his last fight, and that and he's got an exciting style. He talks really well. I think. He's got a very, very, very bright future, Brad Rear.
So come on to you, it must have brought back some special memories when you were there hearing the ring walks at Manchester Arena. If we can talk of you coming back and maybe doing an exhibition, what would it take for you? What kind of opponent would you want for this generation to see you back in the ring?
Well, I've read about it, but thus far I've no one's been on the blower to me, as they say. But I mean, I've always said when Mike Tyson and Roy Jones did the first one, they asked me would I be interested in it, and I've said yeah. And I still say yeah, so it's been mentioned Marco Antonio Barrera, something like that would interest me, having a movement out with Marco Antonio Barrera, Miguel Cotto, Juan Manuel Marquez, lads who never got to fight. Yeah, of course. I've always said I'd be up for that. So hopefully, you never know. It might, might come to might come true.
Just a quick word on Brook. We saw Kell Brook finally get the win he's craved for so many years. A word on his performance and whether you'd like to see him fight on or retire now, Ricky.
I'd like to see him retire. I mean, I made my comeback, for different reasons, and I felt I got out of the comeback. Even in defeat, I got out of it what I wanted. But Kell, he'll probably, because of the manner of his performance, he'll probably want another fight now. And I just think it'd be nice for him. I mean, his better day. It was a good performance. I think his better days are still behind him, as good as it was. But I just think he's got a chance to go out on an absolute massive high there now, hasn't he? And it'd be a shame for him to make another fight and get beat or get hurt. Yeah.
Just a couple more before I let you go, Ricky. Josh Taylor back in the ring this weekend against Jack Catterall. Undisputed super lightweight crown on the line. How do you see the fight playing out?
I see Jack. I like Jack. He's trained by my friend Jamie Moore. He's been down my gym sparring my boys, for a number of years now. Nice kid. It's been great to see him over the years progress. But I think when you're talking Josh Taylor, you're talking, pound for pound, undisputed. You know what I mean? He can mix it with the Crawfords and the Spencers and the people like that, which, I'm not saying it's not beyond Jack, because Jamie Moore says he's improved in training camp. He's took his training to another level, and upsets have been happening through boxing too since boxing started, and it will continue to happen. I just think he might just be up against it, just all about levels a little bit. He is a little bit something special, Josh Taylor.
My last question, Ricky. Fury-Whyte now signed. We're wondering if Dillian Whyte was going to sign his end of it. What can Dillian Whyte do, in your opinion, if anything, to trouble Tyson Fury?
It depends which Tyson turns up. I think it's a fight where Tyson can make it as hard or as easy as he wants to. If he wants to go to war, like he seems to have done in his last two training camps, then Dillian has half a chance in it. But I think if Tyson does what he does best, boxes Dillian and breaks him up, and then that wants to put his foot down the home straight. I think that's the way I would plan it this time if I was Tyson. But if he stands and goes toe to toe, Dillian's got a great chance, because Dillian can punch, and there's so many times my mate Tyson can get knocked down as heavy as he has done and drag his ass up off the canvas. One day he won't be able to do it, and I hope it's not against Dillian. But one thing about Tyson is he's very clever as well, a great boxing brain. I think he knows the tactics he has to apply in this fight, and I think he will do.
Right, Ricky, thank you very much for speaking to Boxing Social.